So graphing horizontal and vertical lines. So to do this, we're actually just going to make two columns. Probably I should have had you had it write it this way, vertical. Yep. Okay. So a couple things about this. These are those special cases. These are those something looks different than my traditional y equals 2x plus 1 or y equals 1/2 x minus 3. In these equations, it has a y and an x. In these special cases, one of them only has an x and no y. One of them has a y with no x. So technically, the the way to write a horizontal and a vertical equation is y equals b, x equals a. Okay? Going off of the thing here, a comma b. So think of it this way. Isn't y in the second spot? So y is going to equal that number in your ordered pair, and the x is in the a spot. So x is a, y is b. What does that mean? Table of values. Let's do it. Table of values teaches us so much. So if I give you an equation that says, hey, y is equal to 5. Graph it. You might look at me and go, where's the x? It's missing an x. What do I do? And you know what I say? I don't care what you make x. As long as y is 5, you pick whatever x you want. So you mean for my table, I would just put a bunch of 5s here? Well, that's easy. Yeah. And then you can make x 1, 2, 3 if you want. If you want to stick with your -1, 0, 1, that works too. So the only requirement is that your y value has to be 5, and every single one of them has to be 5. So now let's look to see what that does to my graph. Let's plot these points. So let's go -1, 5. Now let's do 0, 5. Now let's do +1, 5. What's happening? I have, and don't say a straight line. All lines are straight. This is a special kind of straight line that's called a horizontal line. Okay? So when y equals 5, it's going to be a horizontal line every single time at that number on the y-axis. Yeah. Absolutely zero work to show for these ones. So we're always looking for shortcuts. When you see one that has a y with no x, it's parallel to the x-axis. It's not going to touch the x-axis unless it's right on it. Okay? So, Ben's already thinking, what does that mean for my vertical line? Let's figure it out. If I give you a vertical line that says x equals -2. No, actually, let's stick with 5, just so you kind of know. So let's say x equals 5. Same deal. Make your table of values. Whoops. I don't care what you choose for y, as long as your x is 5. You could choose -1, 0, 1. That's a good sampling of numbers. Now let's plot those points and see what we get. So if every single x value is 5, I'm always going to go out to 5, and in this case, down 1. I'm going to go out to 5 again, but don't go down or up at all. I'm going to go out to 5 again and go up 1. And so that creates the exact opposite of a horizontal line, and it's a vertical line. So I want you to look at this and see that this is x equals 5, but this one is y equals 5, and you may confuse them. Don't. Keep them straight. You want a little hint how? What letter is that? V. Looks like y. It's a V, and if I add in, now it looks like a what? X. So whenever you see an x equals, it's going to be a vertical line. And here's the thing. This only happens about 5% of the time. 95% of the time, it's going to be y equals, y equals, y equals, y equals, right? But every now and then, this little x equals 5 is going to pop up, and I need you to go, oh, that's when it's vertical. Okay, you don't need to show a table. You don't need to do anything except if it's x, go to the x-axis where it tells you to and draw a vertical line, okay? If it's y with no x, go to the y-axis at 5, draw a horizontal line, okay? So I want you to make sure you understand the difference between like y equals 3x, say, and y equals 3. Which one's horizontal? That one. Y equals 3x means that all of my y values are going to be the x values times 3. And when I plot those, 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9, I get a straight line. It's not horizontal though. So y equals 3x versus y equals 3 are two totally different. This is y equals 3x. This one is y equals 3. So, you know how we have special cases? It's when this one has a y but no x, this one has an x but no y. Got it? Okay. So, we're going to get some